Hey guys, welcome to Starting Out Solitary. I'm your Thursday host, Michelle, and this week we're talking about mentors versus self-taught. And when I first started out, of course, I was self-taught. I didn't really know where to look for a mentor, and quite frankly, as my beliefs developed, they were a little unorthodox or a little, out of the ordinary, so it was really hard to find anyone who could mentor me in the craft based on my beliefs and how I view deity and God, source, whatever you want to call it. So I would say I was 99% self-taught. However, when I was searching and researching and learning, of course, that's when I discovered all the YouTube witches. And I have to say that even though YouTube videos aren't directly talking to any one particular person or group, it's kind of like a mentor, especially if you find a YouTube witch who you really like or you really identify with, or you just click with and you vibe with what they're saying. And that's about as close as I got to having a mentor. When I first started really actively watching YouTube videos surrounding the craft, the first person I really vibed with and I really liked, who didn't seem either pompous and full of themselves or were strictly only talking about Wicca, because I'm not Wiccan, was the Lady Gravedancer. I really liked her view on, do what feels right to you. If this is what you like, do it. If not, don't. Hey, it's no big deal. It doesn't have to be exactly this way or that way. This is just the way I do it. If it helps you, that's great. And to me, that was, my version of having a mentor, because, in my area, most of the people who are pagan or practice witchcraft are Wiccan. And, a lot of the Wiccan covens and Wiccan organizations around my area are very strict about, Wicca. They're very, there's Gardnerian covens, there's Alexandrian covens, I don't know what they're called, but they're all very, exclusive to, their particular paths. And so even if I was just curious or, just had some few general questions, I was always very put off by the fact that they were very narrowed and exclusive only to their one particular path. So I never really sought that out. So finding people on YouTube who had similar beliefs or similar views on how they practice the craft really made me feel more like, okay, this is cool. She's been practicing way longer than me, so I'm going to listen to what she has to say and take from it, what I feel is right and what I feel, is going to flow with me and work with me and all that stuff. So, of course, for the most part, being self-taught, if I did, when it comes to using, videos or YouTube or whatever other medium you use, you can pick and choose what you want to listen to. And, if you feel like the person is trying to force their beliefs down your throat or, aren't leaving things open for interpretation, then you could just shut them off. And it's really simple. You don't have to listen to it. Unfortunately, I've seen a lot of new people out there who think there's like this only one way to practice the craft, or, they think they're not doing things right, or this is wrong, or they get really worked up and nervous about, finding someone to teach them. But it really boils down to, what do you believe spiritually? What do you believe? What are your beliefs on the divine, God, deity? And, go from there. That's just my opinion. Of course, for a brief time in the beginning, I was nervous about doing things right or wrong, and maybe I should find a mentor, maybe I should find someone who knows more than me. But the more I realized, this is my path. Every path is different. Every person is different. So I'm just going to do things my way. And it really helped, like I said, to listen to a witch on YouTube who was offering advice, who was teaching, but was also letting you know that you can do things your way. If you don't like the way I'm doing it, that's perfectly fine. You can change it up and alter it to fit your path or fit, what you have or whatever. This is not exact. This is not, by the book. This is just how I do it. If you like it, great. If not, that's cool too. So that's why I really, really liked the Lady Grave Dancer when I first found her videos and found her channel. And I've been watching her for a very long time. And the other witch that I found that by the time I found her, she had stopped making videos was Tiptoe Chick, but she was very Wiccan. Even though she was all about Wicca, I still learned a lot from a lot of the things that she was teaching in her videos. And, even though she was teaching something a little more structured, she still had that, vibe that, look, hey, take what you want and leave the rest. And if it doesn't work for you, that's fine. Do your own thing. But there's a lot more witches now on YouTube that are all very different, very unique and individual. And a lot of them that I watch are really cool about the whole do your own thing. So I think being self-taught and getting to pick and choose who I listen to and who I watch is a big deal, because if I were to have, say, a mentor in person, it would be one-on-one with this person. They might try and only teach me their way and their way only. I might feel like I'm messing up or doing things wrong, especially if I'm, learning in front of someone in person. So I really think, for me, the self-taught method really worked to my advantage. And, I've seen a lot of people on the internet trying to be these mentors, trying to be, these witchcraft teachers, and just being up on their high horse and being very egocentric. And, it's just not my thing. And I'm glad that I noticed that most people are like, you're full of shit. So I guess it all depends on the path you choose, your beliefs, and, you as an individual, the things you like and want to learn about. And, if you're very interested in Gardnerian Wicca and that calls to you and that's exactly what you want to learn, that's the path you want to take, then by all means, you can find a mentor in that area. Find a coven, that teaches that, and you'll be good to go. But I think if you have a more, how do I put this, a more black and white type path, or a path or belief system that is more widely practiced or accepted, or you know what I'm saying, it's a lot easier to find a mentor if you so choose. It's also a lot easier to find information online. And, it really just boils down to, your preference and what you want to do. And, that's pretty much it. It's kind of like finding a therapist, Sometimes if you don't like the first one you go to, when it comes to mentors, you're going to have to try someone else until you find a mentor that vibes with you and that you're cool with and you like. So anyways, that's about it for this week. I hope you guys are having an awesome week. And as always, blessed be.